Okay, people, so do you see me? This is the new film from Corbin Timbrook. It is written by Hazel Goldstein and Charles Morris Jr. from a story that Timbrook came up with. The film is produced by Joshua Zabar, Hazel. No, sorry, it's not even Hazel. I mean, yeah, Harel Goldstein. Yeah, Harel Goldstein co-wrote the film, not Hazel. Yes, sir. Harel is also producing along with Corbin Timbrook. It's executive produced by Emily Hunter Salvesen, Rick Romano, Charles Morris Jr., and Al Evan. Associate produced by Luke Bertino. Co-produced by John Rogers. With line production from Shelby James. Deputy handled the music. Pierluigi Gigi Malvasi took care of cinematography. Eric Wan handled the casting. Elijah Flores is production design. Amparo Maru is costume design. Hair and makeup, we've got Ali McGlynn-Cuddy, Natalie Campbell, and Caitlin Brisbane. The cast, well, we have got Emily Edwards, played by Rya Meyers. All right, then there is her mother, Sarah, played by Lisa London. Her sister. Dun dun dun. Okay, her sister. I think her sister was Jenna, who is played by Gabrielle Stone. Right, there's her ex Randy, played by Philip Boyd. We have got Shelley, played by Shelby James. Rachel, played by Anna Lenz. Julie, played by Haley Goldstein. There is Detective Harry Olsen, played by Sal Landy. Detective Jimmy Nichols, played by Jim Fitzpatrick. We have got Taylor North, played by Taylor Piedmont. Marty, played by Dayton Knoll. The Clown, played by Robert Ambrose. Officer Andy Stefano, played by Gabe Horeter. Alicia, played by Dana Michelle. Vanna, played by Moshi Barrows. Christian, played by Christian Matthew Toma. So that's most of the crew. Now, I say this is the new film from Corbin Timbrook, but this was actually filmed in 2017, right? And I think when you look at it, like the production and the style and everything like that, it definitely feels older, right? Because you can kind of think techniques have changed, dialogue has changed. There's a lot of things that have progressed from that period. And even though it doesn't seem like 2017, it's not that far away. shit, it's nearly 10 years. But yeah, it's an older film. But yeah, it's just been acquired, right, by the Horror Collective. We do have a statement from Shakard Benson, who owns Entertainment Squad and the Horror Collective. He says, clown-themed horror films have seen a resurgence in recent years, with massive hits like the Terrifier franchise reigniting audiences' love for this niche but deeply terrifying subgenre. We believe Do You See Me taps into that cultural moment while offering its own unique suspense-driven take that fans will love. Right? Harel Goldstein said, this film taps into deep-seated fears of clowns and delivers a suspenseful experience that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats. So, yes, there you go. Oh, actually, it doesn't. See, in one place it says that Timbrook only came up with a story. Now, in other places, it's saying he actually did co-write the film. So there you go. Right, the oh, I don't think I gave you what the film is. Emily is being stalked by a rogue clown. He's everywhere, including her closet. So, yeah, we start off with a guy strapped down, right? A guy strapped down to a table, and then there's a clown over him, right? And we see this clown, like, you know, first, like, put a knife into his kind of jaw area, and then essentially take his face off. Right, and we end with a scene of the clown holding up the face, looking at it like that. Now, it does look like a piece of papery cloth. It doesn't really look like skin, you know, but that's the end scene before we jump to Emily, right? And, you know, it's the lead up to Halloween, obviously, right? And yeah, and so we follow this story of this girl who's getting these text messages like, do you see me? And then there's a clown, right? She's got this issues with her ex and all of this stuff going on. Now, it is fine, but, right, we then get to those moments where, hold on, what? Because, all right, the film was filmed in 2017. Now, it's modern day. It's not set in the past or anything like that. So, what makes no sense? Right? We have the girl see these things. At no point does she go, I'm taking a photo of that, or I'm videoing this. Doesn't do it. And you're just like, wait, what? And there's a few of the occasions she's actually holding her phone. So you're just kind of baffled to be like, because, you know, she's telling people and they're not believing her. So the straight thing would be, take a picture next time. Take a video next time, right? Doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. Which you're kind of baffled at, right? These weird things are happening in her house. Now, one, you might go, okay. Two, you're a bit like, right. I'm turning lights on, I'm checking, I'm telling people. Three, I'm not going back in that house. You know what I mean? But we never see any of this. Never see any of this, right? And there's a moment where she gets clear indications that someone has been in the house, right? Clear indications, but still goes back to the house, right? She's talking about going to her mum's house, is going to it, but then the next thing she's back at home, and there is no reason she doesn't go to her mum's. There's no reason. and we're not given a reason. It's just weird. It's weird. Right? There's even a bit when they're like, oh, we're gonna have the police. I'll send the police officer to sit in front of your house. And you're like, okay, if there's been evidence that someone's been in the house, surely the police officer comes in the house with her, like sweeps the house, checks everything, or just even just stays in the house. Right? You're scratching your head because it makes no sense. Also, the police officer's car is facing the door. That's all I can say about that, right? But yeah, so we have these things that then make it a little hard for you to really buy anything that's going on, right? And that's just story-wise. The script is terrible. The script, I will say this, right? The script is terrible if you are looking for a serious thriller, right? A serious thriller horror. It's a bad script. If you want some of those B-movie, right, sci-fi channel, Hallmark channel type films, if that's what you want, right, those movies that air at 4 a.m. in the morning, then the script fits that. The script fits that. But it does not work. Like, the interactions are horrible. You know, the two sisters, it's a 1 minute the sister's like, oh, it's a prank. Then she's basically crying, going, who's doing this to you? And you're just like, wait, what is happening here? Right? Like, it's like, I'll come and stay with you. And then it's just like, oh, I forgot. Do you hate me? Do you hate me? And you're just like, oh, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? It is bad. The Friends. It's Halloween, bitch. Woo. And you're just like, who talks like this? Who talks like this? It's like written by people who haven't had any friends, right? They've heard what it might be like to have friends, but they haven't really had that themselves. So they're like, okay, so, how would you interact? Oh, yeah, obviously you must do this, right? That's what it feels like. Because it's just like, if you interact with people on the reg, right? If you've got family that you talk to, you know this is insanity. You know that, right? She runs, she goes to the gym, never sweats, right? We have that situation going on. It's a horror film, right? It's a low budget horror film, so obviously there's a shower scene. There's several shower scenes. Now, we don't see any frontal, but it's just why. It adds nothing for the film. Absolutely nothing to the film. You know what I mean? So why have the scene? Because although we don't see anything, the actress still has to get naked, right, to film the scene. To have her, seeing the back of her walk into the shower and all. And you're just like, why make someone do that when there's no need? You know what I mean? Like, the scenes are nothing. They do not need, if they're not there, the film's the same. Film's the same. So, yeah, it's full of these weird scenes, weird interactions, right? The guy in the gym, all of the interactions with him are odd. But then the last one, why is, a patron going to the gym like that? It's like, I don't think you'll be loud in the gym. So it's just kind of like, well, no one else is like that. So why is it, you know what I mean? You're just like, what's happening here? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? It's an odd film. And then it ends in a way like they're going, oh, we could have a franchise. And I don't know anyone that would really want that, right? It doesn't build any character enough where you're like, man, I need to continue their story. You know, everyone's paper thin. There's no depth here. You know what I mean? So I guess if you watch a load of horror films, right? If you like the Terrifier franchise, you know, and you're just like, I need more clown. You know what I mean? Like I don't think the It's TV series, you know, Derry, is it Derry is something, right? I don't think that's out yet. So it's just like, man, I finished Terrifier 4, right? I've watched the It films multiple times. The TV series isn't out yet. I need my clown fix. If that's you, then maybe Do You See Me is like, oh, I'll grab that. But if you want something with, you know what I mean, real depth, something that really captures you, this might not be it. This might not be it. So, yeah. Now, the Horror Collective have dropped some really good films, right? There's been some really good ones. But of late, right, I think they drop Thou Shall Kill? I think that was them. And then there was that weird social media one we looked at a couple weeks back. Yeah, if you like those, right, then Do You See Me is probably for you. That's the best benchmarks I can give you, people. So, right, Do You See Me is out probably now on all your VODs.